Alrighty, welcome to the GIDM podcast, where we cover the true crime, the paranormal, and whatever else we want to talk about.
Chair. I know I dropped my chair last week, but goddamn.
We are trying to do this episode for the second time. We were rudely interrupted the first go around.
That's much better.
But we're back.
God.
Get this episode done.
I can't even tonight.
Get it in the bag. So, if you're new to the podcast, be sure to follow us on the YouTube channel. That way you can catch these live. Or be sure to like and subscribe and follow us and give us a good rating or review, preferably 5-star, on your favorite podcast.
Hopefully good. Or bad and funny.
Bad and funny, we like. I might even get you a call out.
It's like the redneck version of bad and bougie.
But if you do bad and shitty, we'll fuck with you. Hard. And not in the way you like.
Yeah, I'm over the comments. I don't even care anymore.
We get so many, so fuck it.
Yeah, all like 7 we've gotten in the last month. So yeah, they announced a new pope. It's their first American pope.
Really?
Yeah.
So he definitely likes little kids.
It's a white guy.
Oh,
Go
well.
figure. When are they gonna have a black pope?
Don't know.
I wonder if there's like a. Is there black cardinals?
I don't know. I do not practice Catholicism, so I do not know these things.
Hold on, we're gonna find out.
Google that shit, Travis.
Are there black cardinals?
I'm sure they got a token in there somewhere.
Catholic. Gotta throw in Catholic. Are there any black Catholic cardinals? Wilton Daniel Gregory, born December 7, 1947, is an American Catholic prelate who served as Archbishop of Washington from 2019 to 2025. Pope Francis made him a cardinal in 2020. The first African-American first of African-American descent.
Good for him.
African-American descent.
Wait, so
how black was he?
So there's one?
Yes.
Way to go, Catholics.
How black was he?
Way to diversify.
Oh, he's black. He's like actually black. A little light-skinned, but...
Well, you know, I will say this. I think it'd be kind of hard. I think they don't have a great recruiting tool in becoming a priest.
Say, hey, are you slightly manipulative and like to touch little kids' buttholes?
Well, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying... But apparently it's not a big deal. The whole giving up sex thing. I mean, it's different.
They don't have to. They just have to stop. They just have to give up sex with adults.
Well, it's different than like. I don't have a problem with giving up sex. Of course, I don't have a choice in the matter. So it's kind of easy.
A great priest.
So it's easy. I'm about a priest now.
Yeah,
I think I could go through the Bible once or twice. I could be the Pope.
Oh no, that's always been my biggest problem with the Catholic Church. Like religion's cool, do whatever you want, whatever helps, but like, why is it just like swept under the rug so much?
Yeah, that's a bad look. I will say that.
Like, and like everyday Catholics just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And if they get caught, like, how often does the priest actually go to jail? No, they ship him overseas and bury his fucking paperwork.
Yeah, I mean, it's the cover up. The saying the cover up is worse than the crime does not apply here.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
If you would just come clean and throw the offenders out to dry, I think they'd come off much better.
You'd probably do better, yeah.
It'd come off much better.
That's what the priests are trying to do anyway. They're trying to come clean.
It's going to be embarrassing, and you're going to take a few lumps. But taking those lumps will look better than trying to just hush it.
Yeah.
Covering it up is always worse than... I'm not going to say the crime, but...
And then they're going to be in fucking church on Sunday being like, there's nothing more pure than the clean slate of a child. La tabla blanca.
Well, you know, that's the hypocrisy of religious figures, I will say, is almost intolerable.
That's across the board.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said religious figures.
Which, speaking of religious figures, part of something I recently finished, did you watch the Hulu TV show they made out of the Curious Case of Natalia Grace?
No, I did not.
Did you watch the Curious Case of Natalia Grace?
Yes, and there was another one. Maybe I did watch.
They added. There's like 3 parts to it now.
I think I watched some of it. I think my mother was watching, and I caught some of it.
Which part? How far? Was it where the other dwarf family stepped back in?
I don't think so. I don't.
Dude, that was one of the most hilariously riveting moments in all of television.
I'll be honest. I lost interest in this case because everybody on that partook in that drama
is a twat waffle.
Is a twat waffle.
One way or the other. Everybody's lying a little bit.
And there's only one person that I even remotely feel sorry for. And it's the oldest son.
Oh, the autistic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the only one I even remotely feel any kind of compassion for.
Dude, the last part of the docuseries has literally the most hilariously dramatic thing ever. You remember the dwarf family that tried to adopt her when she was young?
Yeah,
they interviewed.
So. Yeah.
They stepped back in on the whole thing, and fucking like, it's hilarious. They set it up. They're like, she's like, the only time I'm really out of the house is when we have church service.
Let me see the remote. I want to see something.
Is when we have church service. So, like, she's in contact with these people, and the fuck is all that? Oh, and fucking she's in contact with the mom. See, now I'm getting a fucking work call. Hold on.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm not. Hold on. Fuck, man. At least mine was simple.
That could have been done via text.
Well, like, usually when I get a call, I'm like, oh, fuck, this might actually be important.
Right. A text is something minor.
Yeah, that was pretty minor.
Yeah.
That was where is something.
We apologize once again.
Fuck.
But we're not stopping the show.
So anyway,
what were we talking about?
We were talking about this Natalia Grace thing.
Oh, the dwarf's coming back in.
Dude, so they come back in and they're like talking back and forth. She's like going to go with them and shit. And fucking,
now they're texting.
No. So they like formulate this whole plan where the like at least the mom of because the dad in the dwarf couple who also have a dwarf daughter, dwarf family.
Can I ask a question? I don't know much about dwarfism. Can 2 dwarfs have a normal sized kid?
I think
that would be fucking weird. And not in a bad way, but that, can you imagine that?
Yeah, because the roll-offs did. Remember Little People Big World?
I mean,
they only had one midge.
Think about it.
Their genetic gene pool outside of themselves just had a smidge of midge.
you have a 10-year-old son, normal size, and mom and dad trying to get him to clean the room. How's that going to go over real well?
You just have to. That's when the church comes in and the respect for mother and father. So anyway, they put this whole thing together. She's like, the only time I'm out of the house really is when we have service. So, because the family that she lives with has their own church, culty as fuck.
And also the black guy.
Yeah. And also completely opposite in the Hulu TV show.
I don't think it was Hulu I saw. I think I saw the other one.
No, well, Hulu's the new one. It just ended. They made a dramatic TV show with actors about it. And it was really interesting. I was like, this is fucking weird. Why is it like this? And why is it flippy floppy? Before each episode, it tells you who in that scenario that particular point of view is.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, some of them are from Natalia Grace, some of them are from, like, the dad, some of them are from somebody else. So, like, in some of the episodes, she's, like, a little demon child from a fucking, like, from the orphan, like, in the corner trying to kill everybody. And then other ones, like, the mom's like, oh, you fucking dirty little bitch. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, docuseries. So they set up this whole fucking thing where they're going to go and, like, get her because she's an adult now. She can do what she wants. The Manses are making money off of her, getting her fucking disability check or whatever the fuck, all this shit. And, like, it is, like, they set it up so dramatic, and it ends up being so funny. Because this lady who, like, has an electric wheelchair and shit, I'm not trying to make fun of her necessarily,
But it's gonna happen.
they go to, like, fucking kidnap this chick, basically. Well, I guess it's not kidnapping, but because she's, like, going along with it. But, like, they set this whole thing up where, like, they're supposed to meet her outside the church, and then, like, she's late, and then, like, come on, we gotta go. And, like, you got two people, they're like, we gotta hurry up and get out of here before somebody sees us. Waddle, 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 crutches. Like, I'm like, why didn't you bring a not dwarf to just run over and, like, pick her up and run back into the van? Why was the two dwarf women who have trouble walking being like, we gotta go?
It's not gonna be a speedy,
Come on, Natalia.
not gonna be a speedy getaway.
No, like, what the fuck? The only way it could have been worse is if one of them was in a wheelchair and they were like, all right, let's fucking scram. And it's like, and they start lowering the fucking ramp out of the van.
I don't know. I mean, I the last one I saw where Natalia and the dude,
Which dude? The original dad?
the original
The one
dad,
that's definitely gay?
definitely gay. They had to sit down.
Oh yeah, and he was like, I'm not talking about this, and he, like, stormed off in his super gay white Miata. I was kind of questioning. I was like, maybe he just talks in an effeminate manner, and then he got into that white Miata and
Nope.
zoomed off. I was like, gay?
And nothing wrong with it. God,
No, that's fine.
Just
but,
come
like,
the fuck out.
Yeah,
Admit
right.
it.
Literally, when he was like, yeah, throwing those fucking punches at the pillow and shit, and I was like, man.
Did we ever find out
Punch it like you do dudes' buttholes, and I bet you it'll look manlier.
what's the hooker mom up to?
Dude, I don't know. I still have yet to find out.
I mean, because
Like- She's really getting painted out to be a real see you next Tuesday, and she might be.
yes.
But, like, and I was talking about that. I'm like, I was like, you're like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like,
Here's the thing. I've received a few naughty pictures from the ladies in my day.
via Pony Express,
Yes.
hand drawn like Napoleon.
Now, if somebody that looked like that sent me it, and I'm not all that, but for the love of God, I'd say put it away. You're scaring the kids.
Well, that shows up in the dramatized TV series. But, like, I don't remember if that was. It doesn't seem like that was exactly the same way as it was in the docuseries either.
Yeah.
It was like when they got sent, it was like his lawyer had the phone because she was sending him pictures of paperwork, and he was like, "Oh God, I don't think these are for me," and like throws up on the table and shit. And also, like, did you watch The League back in the day?
No.
You never watched The League?
Nope.
What? Dude, you got to watch The League. It's hilarious. It's classic.
I don't even watch television anymore.
Yeah, because you're always on TikTok.
I'm not even on TikTok that
You're
much.
being reborn as a Zoomer. You got to watch The League. It's out of the football references are out of date now because it's about friends in a fantasy football league.
Yeah.
But it is hilarious. I've watched it multiple times. Even with the outdated football references, it's still fucking hilarious. Actually, you might be more interested in it because it's back in like the Ocho Cinco Larry Fitzgerald days.
Oh.
Back when you probably watched more NFL football.
Yes. True.
Hilarious. Dude, you gotta watch it. It's so fucking funny. You'll crack the fuck up.
I've just never seen it. Was it on FX or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Steve Renazizi's in it. Jason Mantzoukas, he's trying to think of what like major role you would know him from, because he's a lot from what I believe he's more on the writing side of things,
Right.
but he has been in a lot of shit. He's just never a main guy. Dark skinned dude, does a lot of shit with Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll's also in it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Did you ever see that Seth Rogen movie
Probably.
with the best friends? That it was like a Christmas thing with. Fuck.
I'm not a big.
I don't know.
Rogen fan.
I'm trying to think of something that you would know Jason Mantzoukas from is kind of
Speaking
difficult.
of fucking movies, is this actually happening? Do you know, or
What?
is this just a internet troll? Are they coming out with it? Is Kevin Smith coming out with a Dogma 2?
Probably.
Oh, I love that fucking.
They're bringing all that shit back. Happy Gilmore 2 is coming. Billy Madison 2 apparently is coming. Little Nicky 2.
And it's official. Hollywood has lost its creativity. You know what's coming out here soon?
What?
Over the Top 2.
Yes! All we need now for the fucking world to be right again is for them to make Demolition Man 2. The two greatest films ever made. They're not movies, they are films. Titanic can suck my dick.
Avatar can suck it.
Avatar can blow me. Schindler's List can fucking hop off a fucking mountain.
Fuck Gone with the Wind, that fucking half-ass play.
That
Fuck
stupid
that shit.
bullshit. Citizen Kane can suck a fart out of my ass. Fucking
Over the Top
Over
2.
the Top and Demolition Man, the two greatest films of all time.
I mean,
Simon Phoenix is the most dynamic character ever written.
Stallone is what, 77 years old now? Something.
Have some fucking respect, Mr. Hawks, to you.
Yes, Lincoln Hawk is 77 years old. He's not beating. He's not even beating his dick.
Oh,
into
they're
arm wrestling.
putting. He's gonna be.
Yes,
It's not like a reboot kind of scenario.
No, it's two.
Oh.
and it's the same as Rocky reconnecting with the fucking kid. And from what I've seen, I'm like,
I wonder if they're gonna get the kid again. That kid looked like a girl.
yeah.
Hey, Mike, hey, you.
I mean, Stanley.
Get in my big shitty truck, Mike. Let's drive across the country. It's gonna be fun.
Sandler can fucking make any redo all his fucking movies because
Dude,
Over the Top suck balls in a beautiful way.
Yes.
In
Okay,
a beautiful way.
Thank you.
It was so fucking bad. It
Just
was
like
good.
every Stallone movie other than Rocky, and one Rambo, and even then, I'm sorry, Rambo's kind of trash. It's basically a silent film.
Well, he cut all his dialogue out. He did it on purpose.
Yeah, because you can't understand him.
No, because I forget what the excuse was. They made it.
He sounds like Tony Robbins having a stroke.
I think he said he cut it out because they wanted it. It made it like fucking 2.5 hours long. He said this man should not be talking this much.
Yeah, like
But
just show us your tits and shoot guns.
the first Blood was fantastic. I will say that. After, like most movies, as soon as you get into sequels, they start sucking balls. Rocky is about the only through 4.
Which one? So it was Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed,
Apollo Creed was for 1 and 2, and then it was
Mr. T,
Mr. T, and then it was Ivan Drago.
right? So that 1 through
And then
4.
they had that
Then
bullshit with Tommy Gunn.
Morrison, yeah, and
Was
then,
it Tommy or whatever?
Yeah, his real name Tommy Morrison. That was we jumped the shark there.
And then they remade it again, and it was fucking bad.
And then,
But no, bringing back Over the Top, yes.
I mean, it is one of the best movies ever made because it's so shitty. It's great.
And it's got that fucking one guy. Is that Robert Loggia, her dad?
I don't know. It's actually
The
been so
old
long
white
since I've
guy
seen
that
it.
literally, like, he just gets casted for his ability to go, damn it,
I know the main villain arm wrestler.
is dead.
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
dead, so he's not going to be in it.
Or most of them. Didn't the one guy that broke his arm got broken in the movie? That actually happened.
Oh, that fucking happens a lot in arm wrestling.
You know the movie Milo and Otis? Did you kids ever watch Milo and Otis?
I don't think
It's a
so.
little pug and a little orange cat, and they talk. They have a British accent. They like get lost on this river trip in a basket and shit. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I grew up on this movie. Apparently, I don't know, they shot it in like China or somewhere like that, and apparently they killed so many dogs and cats to make that fucking movie.
Well,
it's like a childhood classic that's loved by millions.
The restaurants
and they were
needed
just
some food.
like, oh no, dog die. Get another dog. Go to restaurant, get another dog.
The restaurants need to stock up on inventory.
Oh no, cat dead. No dinner tonight. Cat need movie. But dude, yeah, fuck yeah. Over the top 2, fuck yeah. Sign me the fuck up. And again, make Demolition Man 2.
I'd be down with Demolition Man too. But I tell you what, you know another movie that I actually liked
By him?
that was so shitty but fucking amazing.
By him?
And by
Judge Dredd.
Nah, that one didn't hit with me. Tango and fucking Cash.
Oh god, I think I've only seen that like once.
I mean,
What was the
they need to redo that one or do part 2 with both of them because they're both fucking on put in the grave.
what was the one movie with him in it? It was a boxing movie, but it wasn't him. They had that big dumb fucking Lenny from Of Mice and Men motherfucker that they were just like, they'd be like, oh, you gotta get mad.
A boxing movie that wasn't Rocky?
Yeah. Fuck. It wasn't very good.
Obviously. No, but
There's no, like, I dare anybody to try to name me, like, a phenomenal Sylvester Stallone movie.
outside of Rocky.
And even then,
I won an Academy Award. It won multiple Academy Awards, didn't it?
it'd be way better if you can understand. They should have given him speech lessons first.
Well, it was part of the...
Oh, and, of course, fucking, what's the Expendables, of course.
See, I'm not
Instant
big,
classic.
I don't even like the Expendables.
Oh, it's another one of those ones. It's so fucking corny. It's great.
Yeah. All right. I say we get into this.
It's how you know that an action star is ending his career is he becomes the new character in the Expendables. Think about it, like fucking Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chuck Norris,
Bruce Willis,
Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li, Jason Statham, Stone Cold, Randy Couture, Terry Crews, Mickey Rourke,
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Fuck, the list goes on. I'm pretty sure Ronda Rousey was in there at one point.
Yeah.
I think Gina Carano was in there at one point.
Yeah.
Pretty much you name it. If there's an action star that's close to death, they're in it. What the fuck are you? But
yeah, let's get on with this true crime episode. When Over the Top 2 comes out, we will give you a video rating and reviewing.
I don't know. I saw a fucking cover for Little Nicky too. I forget the name of it. They named it, and I really hope that it's the cover or whatever the fuck you call it in film is not a real one. It was just like older Adam Sandler, like he was the devil now, and he was like smiling normal. I'm like, where's the fucking screw face? I know they fixed it at the end of Little Nicky, but it's Little Nicky. You need to fucking replace the screw face. Cassius needs to hit him with another shovel, but Tiny List is also fucking dead.
What about Big Daddy too?
I'd be down for that. I love Big Daddy.
The Strauss twins, the son.
Oh, I don't know.
From Sweet Life, it's Zach and Cody.
Maybe, I don't know. But that I'd be down for. Big Daddy was legitimately a good movie.
It was.
How many people, if anybody's listening out in the world, raise your hand in traffic right now if you ever thought that you would cry listening to a small child say, I wipe my own ass.
I tell you another one that I love, and they need to make it a second one. I need to know where the story goes.
By Adam Sandler?
Yeah, 50 First Dates.
It goes nowhere. It just repeats.
I need to know where it goes because eventually...
It was a good one, though.
He's a man. He's going to get tired of that shit eventually.
Yeah, it was a good one. You know what? I'll also say, even though he's done it more lately, I would have liked to have seen up to this point more dramatic roles by Adam Sandler. He does them really well.
What was that basketball movie I watched?
I watched it too. I can't remember the name of it. It's based on a true story, I'm pretty sure.
It was actually a pretty good show. I mean,
or like, have you ever seen Spanglish?
No, I've never.
Oh, dude, Spanglish will make you cry.
Well,
Spanglish is so good.
I'm old now. I'm an emotional wreck. I cry at fucking...
Oh, it has to do with kids too.
Commercials now.
It has to do with his kid, like his teenage daughter. And his like idyllic wife and shit. Yeah, that movie will make you cry. And then what? Punch Drunk Love. Have you seen Punch Drunk Love? Dude, Punch Drunk Love is like one of the more slept on films ever made.
And actually, another one one more before we get started on this true crime episode.
The Cajun Man.
No, Remote Control. Or
Click?
Click, yeah.
Dude, I cry like a baby when he's out there in the rain, like, trying to get their attention and tell them, family, family. And you're like, oh, God, no.
Because, just for the fact, and if they don't bring back Kate Beckinsale, I ain't watching. Because she is the finest woman in the world.
You're an Underworld fan, huh?
Oh, worst movies in the world, but I will watch them. Really. They're
cool to watch.
They're cool vampire movies.
They're not good.
I liked when it comes to vampire movies, that's why I don't mind the Twilight series, because it's an interesting take.
Twilight's fucking gay,
but it's an interesting take on vampires.
Yeah,
and I want something different than just Count Dracula.
Kind of like the Warm Bodies,
right?
For zombies, like stupid movie, but I found it very interesting.
I like people that come up with a new take on that genre, and that's one reason why I didn't mind.
Or even The Last of Us, like even though it was a video game, like how it's a zombie thing, but it's fungal, which is the most realistic version of a zombie apocalypse actually happening.
Oh, one more. I tried to watch it and I couldn't get through it.
What?
Nosferatu.
Oh, don't tell me that.
It's
supposed to be so good.
It was kind of just slow in the beginning, and I fell asleep. It might be good. I didn't get very far into it. It was just but it kind of started. What was that Netflix? There's a Netflix either series.
Dracula?
Yeah, with the guy goes to him, the real estate guy.
Yeah, it's like a 3 or 4 part thing. They're all like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of starts like that, where a guy's going to.
Yeah, because that shit was kind of corny. Like it was okay.
And I don't remember Nosferatu. I don't know. Maybe that
most people have never seen Nosferatu.
I don't know if that Dracula was a ripoff of Nosferatu. That's kind of the story where the young real estate, whatever, has to go. It's just kind of weird. All right, get to the episode.
Okay, we're talking about Daniel LaPlante.
LaPlante.
It's just LaPlante. It was America.
LaPlante.
We're going to start from the beginning, as we always do. Daniel J. LaPlante was born May 15th of 1970.
Old geezer like me.
Yeah. In Townsend, Massachusetts. He's a witch.
Burn
him.
Put stones on him. If it doesn't
crush him.
If it doesn't crush him, he's not a witch.
If he drowns, he's not a witch. That's how it worked.
Yeah, I know. Didn't make much sense.
This is the stupidest shit ever. That's why when everybody was like, maybe it was ergot, maybe they were all tripping balls. Fucking probably.
Yes.
Good call, Jimbo. Excuse me. He was a child of divorce, as many of us are. He lived with his mom and his stepdad. He had 2 half brothers from his mom's second marriage, which I'm sure some psychiatrist somewhere would be like, that causes that. I'm fucking have no full blood siblings. I turned out pretty fucked up, so you're probably right.
I don't really see half.
Well, especially
half
depending
is just
on
a sibling.
Well, depending on how you get raised too. Because like one of my siblings I didn't even know was a half sibling. The other, my sisters, I knew because their dad was in Florida, so they went back and forth to Florida a lot.
I mean, half brothers, half sisters basically they are your brother or sister.
Yeah.
Now, step is a different story.
Bitches.
I mean, you can have a decent relationship with a step sibling, but you're not.
I'll never love you the same.
You share no DNA.
Yeah, that's like,
in my opinion,
that's like if your kid and your step kid are drowning, you're gonna give your real kid your strong hand, and then the step kid gets the left hand. Yeah,
and it's not you go, I go. No, it's I'm saving this one.
Or you like jump in and you grab your child, and then you just kind of like shove the stepchild towards the edge of the pool. Stiff arm. Like you shoved. I tried to shove her towards the edge of the pool, but like you shoved her closer to the deep end. It was an intense moment. I wasn't paying attention. Look, we got the good one out. That's my daughter. She's kind of a bitch.
We're kidding all you step siblings out there. Lighten the fuck up.
Go drown. He was allegedly psychologically and sexually abused in his childhood. Allegedly. There's no concrete evidence of this.
But I'm assuming this goes...
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Where this goes serial killer?
You'll have to find out.
I'm assuming
this takes a lot of turns.
Oh, twisting.
Well, I don't want to say a lot of turns, but it takes more than one.
Well, I think that's part of the criteria to become a serial killer.
Part of the adventure.
You have to be great.
Yeah, it's part of the McDonald triad, even though that's been disproven.
You have to be fondled in some way, inappropriately.
Yeah.
Not by yourself, by somebody else of authority.
You lucky bugger.
I wish somebody would grape me.
Now, allegedly, the worst of this abuse came from his...
Where's Gonzo when I need him?
Nobody's here. His biological father, which is fucked. His stepdad and his psychiatrist.
Is a psychiatrist a male?
It's the 70s, so probably.
Yeah.
I don't think women were allowed to have jobs yet.
Probably not. I don't think that's accurate, but we're going to go with it for the sake of comedy.
Well, I mean, it's the whole thing of why there's always a lip on the bottom of cabinets in the kitchen.
Why?
So she can stand closer to the sink or the oven. I don't believe that.
Don't get your panties all in a bunch there, feminist.
So, hey, there's Gregory. At a young age, he was diagnosed, young enough, he was diagnosed with dyslexia, ADD, and hyperactivity disorder.
The trifecta of...
Well, so the ADD,
and
depending on the age range, well, I think this was pre-AD, this might have been pre-ADHD.
He's roughly he's a little older than me. We all... ADD
is just being a kid.
We're called hyper. I think we all had ADD.
That's just being a kid.
But
if you are giving a kid fucking medicine for ADD under the age of 12, they're just kids.
Right.
Fuck off.
But my generation, and even yours to a certain extent, we got to go outside, expel that fucking
energy. We got to do shit.
Energy. So you cooped up in the house, you're all fucked up.
Well, the dyslexia thing, dyslexia is much more common than people think.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and they're now saying that a lot of kids that are diagnosed as having ADD or ADHD very may well just have dyslexia, and the symptoms of ADD are a
coping mechanism for
not even a coping mechanism, but it's a fucking word that I'm looking for.
Have no clue.
A result of the dyslexia.
I mean, that's
because it's hard to pay attention if you can't fucking properly read. You know what I'm saying? Not that that's always a thing.
If you're jumbling up the fucking... I mean, that...
Well, and it's also people think that everything's backwards. That's not the scenario. Most people who have dyslexia, literally, it's just they don't cognitively put words together. They won't cognitively think or speak words as fast as their eyes can read through a sentence.
I mean, I've known many, many people with dyslexia.
Yeah.
And I am fascinated at how they can...
You just learn to code. It's just like being colorblind. Not apples to apples.
I couldn't imagine seeing jumbled up words and being able to decipher it and read it.
Oh, I can. I live my life like a mathematician in a movie when there's just sums and fucking math problems floating around their head all the time. And they're like, number one, large fry. I have the utmost respect for those people with this. Oh yeah, anybody. We were joking about the Natalia Grace thing. Anything that's a legitimate hindrance on your mental or physical capability that you learn to overcome and fucking work with is fucking fire.
Yeah, I mean, if you can,
I'm just over here fat, and I still bitch about it. And other people are like, I can't read and my legs don't work. And I'm like, yeah. But do you know how hard it is to not eat the whole pint of ice cream, you fucking dumb idiot? With your little matchstick arms. He attended St. Bernard's High School in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Participated in football and track, but was known for poor hygiene and considered odd and antisocial and also creepy by his peers and his teachers.
Okay.
When the teachers are saying you're fucking creepy...
There's a problem.
It's weird. Pass your assignments up to the front, and he just like up behind him like a fucking vampire in a comedy movie. Like, here you go, Miss Johnson. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. What if he ever got punched by a teacher on accident?
Whoops.
Just, oh, mother, God damn it, Danny. Sit the fuck down, boy. Well, how many times do I have to tell you this shit? This is your fault. Just like your mom. That was dark.
That was dark.
Now, jump ahead to 86, so he'd have been 16. Well, actually, let's talk about this a little more.
Okay, talk about it. Speak to the knowledge.
As you can see, there's only 6 pages of notes here. This is very much a choose your own adventure, except it's not. So, like, this kid was like all the way weird. Like, weird with students, weird with other human beings, probably because he was butt fucked by his dad a couple of times here and there, possibly a stepdad. Don't know what the psychiatrist did. There's a closed door there, HIPAA, all that shit.
It was more than fondling his feelings.
I don't think he was being treated like Tony Soprano.
I think that he was using a different version of how does that make you feel?
It was how does this feel?
It was more, it's like a picture book that popped in. How does that make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you thinking that hard about it?
This is an interesting scenario we find ourselves in.
I mean, if it was a female and hot, I'm all down. I'd be down for it.
It's funny how that's a thing, isn't it?
What?
How, like, if a 15-year-old girl is caught having relations or any type of thing with, like, a male teacher, you're like, fucking burn him at the stake. Rightfully so. But if a 15-year-old boy is banging his female teacher, everybody's like, that's awesome. When in reality, it's also burn him at the stake, realistically.
See, I think I have a different take. I know of people of my generation, males, that had a thing with the teacher. And as a father of daughters, I would kill the motherfucker.
Right.
But if my son, I'm like, if she was a hideous, I'm going to slap him around a little bit.
It's a double-bladed sword, because I understand that thought process, but at the same time, like, you don't. Okay, so for a young boy to engage in that, you're like, yeah, that everybody has that.
How young?
But it's mostly the teacher is like gross misuse of power, potentially, and shit like that. Now, especially if you throw if there's, for lack of a better term, any type of blackmail from the point of view of the teacher, fuck them no matter what, 100%.
But if it's kind of sophomore, junior in high school is different than 7th, 8th grade. That's apples to fucking assholes. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended.
Like they fit together?
Yeah. But
they fit inside each other? Apples to assholes?
If a student is 16 to 17 years old, the teacher,
that's a man,
might only be 24.
See, that's an interesting toss in too, like the student teacher thing or like the first year teacher thing, because like there's
not that big of an age difference.
Well, like we had I had a fucking, I think she would have technically still been a student teacher in a different scenario, but she was the weightlifting, because the linebacking coach at my high school was the teacher, like a gym teacher that did weightlifting, and he went a little nuts. He was telling these players about how, the mind was capable of great things, and then they sat there and watched him because he said he could turn the light switch on and off with his mind, and then he stared at it. My best friend was in the room.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it didn't get turned on.
No, it didn't. And then he was dust in the wind. He was strong. I'll give him that.
I personally think the age difference has to play a role in the male student to female.
Let's just
but
let's umbrella this whole thing and just say, don't fuck your students.
Let's be honest.
It's not a good idea.
Women are conniving and they control sex. I don't give a fuck at what age.
They have the ability
Outside of
to.
grape,
They have the ability to.
if you have a 23-year-old man teacher and a 17-year-old hot cheerleader, she's going to control that exchange. I think that power dynamic is kind of.
This is going to sound really bad.
Overplayed a little bit.
This is going to sound terrible.
And I might be wrong. I'll probably get ate up about that.
Yeah, this is going to sound terrible, but you would, in a way, you would hope. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that makes it, in a horrible way, not condoning any of this, that makes it easier to swallow than...
Pun intended.
Than the opposite way.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? If a male teacher was like forcing such a scenario, like I feel like I would be able to handle the news better if it was my daughter. If they're like, yeah, she was hoeing it up, just flaunting in front of Mr. Jackson, then Mr. Jackson was like, come here, bitch. Like,
I think it's much more complicated. Rogan's got a hilarious bit about this. Have you ever seen that bit?
I don't know.
Where he talks about...
His last special sucked.
I don't think I saw it.
Don't.
Where he talks about Harvey Weinstein or whatever. You know, if my daughter, we'd all kill him. However, if my son was acting and had a meeting with Harvina Weinstein and she wanted him to go down on her, and he goes, you're gonna be Batman.
Even if I was an actor and it was still Harvey Weinstein, I'm thinking twice.
I think it's a very complex issue.
But we're also talking about making of millions of dollars as opposed to just maybe getting a B in geometry.
Hell, I mean, because I'll be honest with you, when I was in high school, there was several teachers I would have.
I feel like everybody has that. Everybody, well, I mean, at least everybody that went to public school for sure.
I would have tapped.
Can you imagine that? You ever think about that weirdness of like private school?
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
I can't imagine private school. I feel like that would suck. I've heard several people talk about like private school just kind of sucks. Like it has its upsides.
Almost like being homeschooled. I think that would suck balls too.
Especially if you're fucking your teacher in your homeschool.
Oh, then you got there's the real fucking problem.
That's the support group we need to get a hold of.
If you're fucking your homeschool teacher, you're from Indiana.
Stick it down,
Or West Virginia, or any other.
Iowa.
Nebraska, Kansas.
You're Amish.
All right, let's continue.
What happens in Amish
How did we get off on this statutory rape topic?
I think it was talking about the potential that the psychiatrist was again, I'm not saying the psychiatrist physically touched this dude at all, but like may have.
He verbally raped him or emotionally raped him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what kind of hypnosis type shit were you doing?
So I don't do hypnosis. I don't like being...
Like, there's an imaginary cherry dangling above your face and you want it so bad. Your tongue is out. Zip. And then you fucking Call of Duty that little fucker. Be like, man.
Yeah, so anyway, continue with this.
I've never...
Daniel LaPlante.
Why does your Chase Lounge not have a back? No reason.
Don't worry about it.
It doesn't make it easier to straddle. So, again, he was like really fucking weird. Everybody thought he was weird. His teachers, other students, literally everybody. I don't think there was a single person on the face of the planet that was like, Danny's all right, man. Like,
he's got his moments. He's actually a good kid.
He's pretty cool. Like, he's kind of awesome. He's got a collection of dead bucks. He knows how to... He's only 12 and he knows how to skin a cat.
Awesome.
He's pretty awesome.
It's useful information. Useful skills.
He has glass bottles filled with gasoline and with fucking towels stuffed in them hidden under his back porch.
You never know when you're going to need a torch.
He throws them at families of ducks crossing the road. He's awesome.
Did I tell you I hit a goose?
A goose? Isn't that a crime?
I think so.
Oh.
Well, the motherfucker came out of nowhere.
Was it alive?
I don't think I killed it. I think I just clipped it.
Probably. I've seen it happen.
Because the next morning, there's no carcass there.
I don't know.
I mean, it didn't even scratch my... I just heard a boom. It wasn't like the car went boom, boom. Well, the motherfucker shouldn't have been in the middle of the road.
Like, get out of here, Daffy. You fuck. Fuck them. Like, they're delicious, too.
And it it's come up over a hill and started going down the hill, and the motherfucker's right in that spot.
Dude, it probably just...
He deserved it.
It probably just attacked your car. They'd be doing that shit.
Oh, I've been attacked by a...
Like, how big could their brain be?
Don't get too close to those fucking nests. They get fucking pissy.
I mean, legitimately, how big could their brain be? I've been watching a lot of dinosaur videos. Dinosaurs are allegedly related to birds in a lot of ways, and they had much bigger heads, still tiny fucking brains.
Kind of like me.
If anybody's wondering, apparently the most accurate depiction of a dinosaur species in the Jurassic series was the Carnotaur from Jurassic's World.
All right.
You're welcome.
The more you know.
The worst one, in my opinion, criminally, was the Dilophosaurus.
I don't...
The one that fucking spit that shit on Newman's face in the original Jurassic Park.
I don't remember any of those, really.
Really?
I've seen most.
You don't remember Newman got the Jeep stuck and he was trying to get it loose, and that one with the big, like, frilly fucking neck shot that fucking shit in his face and ate him?
No, I don't remember.
Probably didn't spit poison tar. Almost definitely didn't have whatever that nutsack flappy thing was that came up from around his head. It was like, if you go back and watch that scene, that prop is disturbing. It's like a colorful nutsack with a bunch of floppy nipples on the end of it.
Floppy nipples. We all like floppy nipples.
It's like a funky ball of tits from outer space, like from old Greg. You probably don't get that reference. Classic viral video.
No, I don't.
From the Mighty Boosh, the comedy duo from the UK. They're also the masterminds behind the Crack Fox.
I got nothing.
He lives in a pile of trash behind their store. And he steps on something, he picks it up, and he goes, "Oh my God, that's a used Jimmy." And it's like a used condom, and he goes, "Those are my squishy boots."
Gross.
It's phenomenal.
Gross.
So, Daniel LaPlante is, like, legitimately known for, like, he's not the weird kid. He's beyond the weird kid.
We all know those people.
Yeah, it's like the way that, like, the way the camp counselors and the kids looked at Michael Myers before he was Michael Myers. I feel like that's how they reacted to this kid. Just like they looked at him like, "Oh God, what's he doing?" He was the kid that, like, put the cheese on the outside of his Lunchables. Yeah. It just makes you feel icky, huh? Yeah, doesn't it?
That's wrong.
Yeah. He was the kid that liked the pizza and Lunchables.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Freak.
I will say this. There is nothing better than a cheap school pizza in the 1980s and early 90s.
I had pizza in the 90s.
It was fucking
Did
fantastic.
you have Power Slice?
I don't know.
It was like every once in a while there was like a different pizza and it was like one big fucking slice.
Oh, it was a square about that fucking big.
See, we had that, and then every once in a while we had Power Slice pizza.
I mean,
it was a to-do.
I mean, it was they were fucking fire.
Or I'm assuming that you probably still had the, what was it, chicken nuggets, mashed potatoes with shitty gravy, and like corn or some shit like that. That was like Tuesdays, I think, was when I was in. That's how fat I am. I can remember what day of the week lunch was.
Oh, Michelle fucked up school lunches.
Which one? Pfeiffer?
Oh, Obama.
Oh, the black one.
Michelle.
Next day, you can literally just say the black Michelle, and everybody be like, Obama. Yeah.
I didn't know Michelle Pfeiffer fucked up school lunches.
Michelle from Friends. Wasn't there Michelle in Friends?
Nah, no.
It wasn't? I don't know. That show's overrated as shit. I'm sorry.
Bite your tongue.
It is. It's not that good.
It's much better now. You got to watch it. Now, it hits better now. Because
Martin was funnier.
Oh, I hated Martin.
Martin's hilarious.
Martin was annoying.
Roseanne. I say what you want. I liked Roseanne.
It was all right. I mean, it wasn't like...
And Dan Connor was a man's man.
It,
that episode when what's-his-face beat up Jackie and Dan just like slid out the back door and then the cops came to arrest him. He was like, Rosie, let him talk. And he was like, I'm going to jail because I beat the fuck out of that guy. And I was like, hell yeah, Dan Connor.
I mean, I wasn't gonna. I would watch it, but I wasn't like religious about it. I didn't.
Family Matters, good one.
That was that Friday night shit. And when that was on, I was in my early 20s, and
Home Improvement.
oh fuck yeah.
You're racist.
What?
Martin sucked. Family Matters was meh. Roseanne was pretty all right.
I thought fucking Martin Lawrence in that show was annoying, even though his wife.
I'm the man. Woo woo
What's
woo.
her name? Who played Tina something? Who played his wife?
I don't know.
Kind of hot.
I don't remember.
I kind of liked her, and she was in House Party 2. House Party and House Party 2.
Of course, Kid and Play.
So, hey,
Not to be fucked with.
no.
What other black TV shows were great? Fresh Prince, but you know, everybody knows that.
Yeah, it was decent. I mean, what?
Sanford and Sons.
Oh,
Sanford and Sons fucking hilarious.
It fucking was hilarious.
Sanford and Sons so goddamn funny. Anyway,
Cosby.
Dr. Fuxtable himself.
Yes, we know what was in that doctor's bag now.
Roofies. What was the daughter's name? Please tell me his daughter. It wasn't Ruthie, was it? It should have been
Rudy.
Oh, close.
Rudy.
There's some subliminals there going
was
on.
the young one.
Does she sleep a lot?
I don't think so.
Have bad memory?
Probably.
You slip in there, old Billy boy. He's dead, right?
I don't think so. We could get a cease and desist. And desist, or whatever it is.
He got fucking charged for it. How?
He got out.
So that was a pity. That was pity. They're like, this fucking guy. Look at him. Like, he looks like an old dog that's almost blind. Like,
I don't think almost. I think he is blind.
that's his excuse.
He ain't seen.
I thought they were Tylenol. I couldn't see them. Anyway, we're going to jump ahead to some criminal activity
Oh,
from this weird kid.
shocker.
So this is the Bowen family of Pepperell, Massachusetts. Everything's happening in Massachusetts.
A lot happens in
Nothing,
Mass.
not in Boston, though.
It's a small state, but a lot of shit happens.
Did you miss Boston Market ever?
I don't think I ever had Boston.
Really? I had Boston Market a handful of times. The shits you take after you eat Boston Market.
I don't remember having.
You eat a large chain version of what is supposed to be a family meal, you will dump out. So like fucking Popeyes.
Oh, don't! I'm pissed at Popeyes.
You take some fucking fiery ones after that.
I'm pissed at Popeyes right now.
Why?
I DoorDash it. Last time I DoorDash.
I love how you don't leave the house anymore.
I leave the house to go to fucking work
or get cigarettes.
They sent me. I get my 4-piece. They sent me 2 wings and 2 drumsticks.
What a bunch of whores!
What a bunch of assholes!
Because they knew you were white.
I want a breast, damn it.
They were like, oh yeah, no, that would mean they know you're white if they sent you just white meat.
Like the wings. Fuck that! I don't even
Just
need.
give me 4 thighs. Thighs is where it's at.
I'm a breast man.
It's just so dry. It's not supposed to be, but it is.
I was pissed. I almost wrote a sternly worded email. Let's just say they did not get a 5-star review.
You should just called up there and had like a schizophrenic rage.
What the fuck is this?
She called up there like, I got 2 drumsticks and 2 wings. What the fuck? I want some breastises. I want some big chicken titties.
Half the times I won't even eat the wings because they always give you a
I'll fuck up some wings. I don't want just
well,
wings.
the wings when they're attached, it's too much to take them apart.
Nah, you just fucking...
I don't want to work that hard.
I'll even eat the little flappers.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
that's crunchy.
Yeah. I eat the whole thing, but it's just like the fucking niblets at the bottom of Long John Silver's. It's just all little fry bits.
Oh, that is, I will say that. I do miss that.
What, fucking raging diarrhea from going to Long John Silver's?
I never got.
Nobody misses Long John Silver's.
It's still around.
Unfortunately,
I'm convinced it's just a front for laundering.
Long John Silver's is still around in the same way that fucking polio is still around. Like, nobody wants it. It doesn't matter, but it still technically exists.
And I couldn't tell you what a hush puppy is, but I will eat the shit out of one.
It's just bread. When's the last time you first off saw a Long John Silver's and went, man, I know there is, and went, man, look at all the cars in that parking lot?
Never.
There hasn't been more than 3 cars in a Long John Silver's parking lot since 1986.
There's never been a line.
No, there's a line at Long John
I
Silver's.
might go in there next week just to see.
There's a Captain D's not too far from here either.
Where's Captain D's at?
By the Kroger in Fairfield.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's open. Oh. The sign's there.
About the same amount of cars.
Yeah, no, fast food, seafood should not be a thing. You should have it as an aspect of your menu. It should not be the sole part of the menu. Because those big fucking pieces of cod that half the time weren't fried long enough, so you just had like cake batter on the inside, and you're like, nothing a little shitty malt vinegar can't fix.
All right.
Oh, man. So, again, the Bowen family, Pepperell, Massachusetts. We have Tina Bowen, who's 15 years old, and her younger sister are going to be the main parts of this story. They had a father.
I would hope so.
He existed. He was a person.
He donated sperm.
No, he was there. He was part of their life. He was a good nuclear father.
Okay. Well, this was the 80s, so yeah.
Well, I say that because their mother had died of cancer not long before the events we're going to talk about here. They were close enough to the events we're about to talk about that like grief was still a thing, especially for the kids.
Right.
And actually, now that I think of it, probably I would argue
he was probably happy to get rid of the bitch.
I was actually going to say, if he's smart, I would argue probably more so for the dad.
Probably.
Like kids, it's like, oh man, mom's dead. Like that sucks. I've lost a parent. I know what it's like, but I couldn't being a parent and being like, not only have I lost the love of my life, assuming that they're the love of my life, I have to sit here and watch my kids deal with it and try to figure out how to raise them and not make them think about their dead mom all the time. That would suck. That's how you get fucking,
it's hard.
What is it? Oh fuck, what's it called? Not the opposite of patricide, where you kill your kids. Patricide is when you kill your parents.
I don't know.
Childicide.
Yes.
Kidicide.
Well, and I'm a firm believer that men and women in the family dynamic bring 2 different things to the table. Both are needed.
Pokemon Cup.
Both are needed. It is hard for a man, and I don't care what anybody says, it's hard for a woman to supply the male version.
And vice versa.
If the man's out of the picture or has deceased. And it's just as hard for the man, if not harder, for the man to provide that emotional, loving, caring.
Yeah, because most women are going to be like,
right,
what's going on? What's wrong with you? They're not going to do it right and be like, you fucking stow that shit. You're a man now.
Suck that
you don't
shit inside.
talk about your fucking problems. Right. You just drink about it and have other vices until you inevitably die early.
You go in the garage, you take a wrench, you put some holes in the walls, and then you fucking move on.
You wait till you have kids of your own, and then you punch your aggression out on them.
There.
Duh.
That's how we did shit in the 70s and 80s.
Man up, pussy.
But seriously, it is hard because I firmly believe that in the family dynamic, it takes both, because both bring different things to the table in rearing children.
Or like at least not even necessarily that it's got to be mom and dad. Like you just have to have the 2 aspects. Male and female.
Right. Exactly. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're talking step parent, yeah.
Or just in general, like some people have like that one uncle.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of get it, but an uncle still isn't there full time. Maybe.
The uncle that's not an uncle, that situation.
Yeah. But
This is Uncle John. Mom calls him, oh fucking Christ.
it makes me remind
Mom calls him Donkey Dick Magoo. I don't know what that means. I'm 4.
makes me think of that scene in Forrest Gump when
I don't know what that means. I'm 4, but something tells me from the way that all of these stories end up, I'm gonna end up knowing what that means by the time I'm 6.
it makes me remember that scene in Forrest Gump when the principal walks out and says, your mom really does care about your education.
Your mama sure does care about your schooling, boy. He said, when we get raccoons around the house, mama just chase them off with a broom. Oh, man. So, grieving family, 15-year-old daughter, younger sister even, newly widowed. I get men are widows too, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's not a separate term for them.
I don't believe so.
So a newly widowed dad, probably just. That's a confusing time. We'll just leave it at that.
Not an easy time period of their life.
So what better could happen in this scenario while you're grieving the death of your mother and your wife than young 16-year-old Daniel LaPlante comes a knocking and he goes to school with Tina. So he calls Tina, because this is back in the day when you had landlines and you could do that, and pretends to be somebody else from school because he thinks she's pretty. Bad start.
No, not good.
You can't Phantom of the Opera this shit. You can't, like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh yeah, I want to go to you want to meet me at the fair? And it's like, meet me here. And it's like, she walks up and has that fucking starry look in her eyes, and you're like, hey, you're behind the tree, and she's like, come out so I can see you. You have to promise not to scream.
Even though we have that version in today's dating too.
That's all today's dating is.
It's called filters. Because back when I was on online dating, unsuccessfully I might add,
back in the dial-up days,
I mean, there was a couple times I was like, oh, I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, how many filters did you fucking use? You used all the filters.
Yeah, that's fair. So he claimed to be a handsome athlete. So she agreed to go on a blind date with him.
Well, he played football and ran track.
Allegedly. Rudy played football too, but you can only count part of that career.
Don't fuck with Rudy.
Rudiger! Get out there. He's a real fucking firecracker. No, that's a term for Hispanic athletes.
It is.
What?
A firecracker?
Yeah, firecracker.
Okay.
You know. I mean, it's a thing. So she agrees to meet with him on a blind date, thinking that he's like fucking Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell. Not Screech. He's Screech, but she's expecting Mario Lopez. And during the date, Tina found him to be awkward, very unkempt, and very strange. He fit the bill for who he already was. So I'm like, how the fuck is he? He was that weird that he just went unnoticed by you. You're so weird that somebody doesn't even know you as the weird kid. They just walk by and they're like, he's like, hey, Tina. Like in the movie when there's a ghost, and they're like, you're like, I miss you. And people are like, did you hear that? Is there wind? Anyway. And she also noticed that he was making weird, disturbing comments related to death. Like, he was very intrigued about the death of her mom. Like, asking a lot of questions like, what happened? What's that like? How are things is not the term to use for this one, but you can fill in the blanks on that one. You know what I mean? Very, like, borderline obsessive about asking about her dead mom.
Right.
Not a good one. Inevitably, Tina did not want to see him again. She did not swipe right.
No.
He got the big X if it was speed dating. The only reason I bring that up is because I watched this new season of Love on the Spectrum recently. They go speed dating on there. Yeah. I thought it was a terrible thing until I found out that they're all like foundations that work with adults with special needs. And I was like, thank God. Because that's terrible to do to an autistic person. Be like, hey, you're awful at interaction and understanding things. Let's go meet 5 different fucking people in the same night and see how you fare. And let's not expect your psyche to take a downward turn because of it.
Let's do the shit in 4 times speed.
Oh, and also while we're doing that, fucking camera. Terrible. Great show, though. Love that show. It'll make you feel whether you like it or not. Just like his fucking dad.
Who's dad?
Daniel LaPlante.
Yeah, he felt all right. Felt that dick.
Ew. Gross.
Just saying.
It's like a rubber band, boy.
I'm just keeping it real.
Got to get them early when you pull out and it goes whoosh, like an old Western movie. So soon after this date and this denial of Daniel as a suitor for Tina, the Bowen family started experiencing weird shit. They like items were missing or moved around their house.
Inside?
Yeah.
Oh.
There was knocking and scratching and other audible noises throughout the house. There was strange messages written on walls and mirrors from time to time.
This dude's a psychopath.
There was food disappearing from the kitchen. That would be my big fat ass.
I mean, when you're stalking somebody and burglarizing,
or was
you
it?
Get hungry. What?
Or was it? Let's bring in a Ouija board.
Oh, that's...
Tina and her sister, grieving their recently deceased mother, began using a Ouija board in hopes of communicating with her spirit.
God love the 80s.
Yeah.
I love the 80s. I miss the 80s.
Unbeknownst to them, so they did this Ouija board and like they start hearing knocks responding to their question throughout the house. Yeah, answering their questions.
Nice.
You know, like, Mom, did you know that it wasn't me that left the fridge open? Yes. Did you know that you were beating my ass wrongfully? Yes. Did you really think we couldn't hear you and Dad on your anniversary? Shut the fuck up.
How exactly does that not go?
Who's going to teach me how to use feminine products?
See?
The priest. Call Norma. There had to be a Norma involved. It's the 80s. I don't know. What else would you ask your dead mom? Your mom's still alive, but
yes,
so is mine. That's an interesting question. If you have a dead parent, what would you legitimately ask them? Not sappy shit.
Don't know.
That'd be interesting. That would be an interesting thought to sit down and have. What one random real question would you ask somebody who's from your past that passed away?
I mean, my father that has since passed away, I have a few questions.
Where's my Butterfinger?
Where's my goddamn Butterfingers? Are they Butterfingers good in hell?
If you get to heaven or hell, do they tell you where A, all the socks go, and B, where all the backs of the remotes went back in the 90s?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's a common problem.
I know.
Everybody had a remote that had fucking masking tape on the back of it in the 90s.
I have one out there right now. Don't even have masking tape.
Or in death, did you ever find the location of the one missing knob from the old fucking wood panel TV?
These kids don't know what we're talking about right now.
The one where you had to push and pull for power, and it was also volume.
I mean, I tell you what, I miss the old fucking Time Warner remotes that had the cord, with the push buttons.
Yeah.
I miss it. You never lost that motherfucking remote.
That's true.
Never lost that motherfucker.
I remember those. I remember the TVs.
Oh yeah.
I watched Deep Blue Sea on one of those TVs.
I remember
on a VCR.
You know, because basically, I forget what comedian has this bit. The kids were the remote controls.
Yeah.
Go put it on. Of course, you only had 3 stations.
Well, we had a remote in the living room. The nice TV in the living room had a remote.
I mean, I thought we were rich with one of our TVs, one of our first nice TV that I remember. It didn't have a knob. It had buttons, and they were like heat activated, so you didn't have to push them. You just put your hand on them. It was fucking Star Trek shit.
That's some laser disc shit.
It was I thought we were fucking rich.
You think the first time a lot of families brought home a color TV and turned it on, they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. Fuck. A lot darker than I thought he was going to be. I wasn't prepared for that. I'm not racist. I've just never been that close to one.
You mean the Jeffersons are black?
Jesus Christ. Call the police. Just, they turn on the TV. Take my wallet. Fuck. Oh, sorry. That's my dad talking. That's not me. So, yeah, they're...
So crazy shit's happening.
Yeah. So they pull out the Ouija board to try to communicate with the spirit of their semi-recently deceased mother. And they're hearing knocks. Things are happening around the house. Like I said earlier, like things are not in the right place. Things are gone.
The tampons
shit like that
are hidden, kind of shit.
They look like they have bites taken out of them.
Nice.
So unbeknownst to them throughout all this, Daniel LaPlante was living in the walls of their house.
This is very similar to what was that other story we did?
The one I told you I don't want to talk about in public places. It was a very sensitive time in my life.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Nothing.
Yeah, we did this where somebody was living in the walls back in we did an episode of.
Did we already do this one? I don't think we did.
I don't know.
We're doing it again? No, we didn't do this one.
Much older. It was a much older.
Was it actually somebody living in the walls?
Yes.
Or was it like somebody buried in the wall?
No, it was somebody living in the walls. I'll go back and look.
We might have done this before. I don't think so.
No, because I didn't remember. We didn't bring up a Ouija board, I don't think.
So anyway, he was listening to their conversation and their Ouija board sessions. And he was manipulating their psyches, making them think that he was their dead mother, responding to them by moving objects and knocking on walls and leaving messages like, I'm in your room, come find me, written on the wall, I think in ketchup. That's your first red flag. I'm sorry, no ghost is writing shit on the wall in fucking ketchup.
No.
This is the ghost of Ronald McDonald. What the fuck?
It's more like ash.
Yeah, or like cum. Like
I've
something
seen
cool,
Ghost Adventures with ash.
Poop.
Charcoal. According to Zach Baggins.
Ectoplasm. Which
is cum.
Vis-a-vis cum. Glad we were both on the same childish page there. So this is happening. This is reality. They don't know, obviously. They think that their mom's like the dad knows. The dad's like trying to figure it out. He can't figure it out.
How big are the fucking walls? I mean, 2x4s are only so goddamn thick.
I mean, I don't
get it.
Talking about one of these old Massachusetts houses. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'm going to use it as a reason.
What is it, the White House? Jesus.
In this time period in Massachusetts, I would imagine that a lot of them were strictly white houses. Ask Mark Wahlberg in the 80s.
Not what I meant.
He did not like Asians.
No, you take great offense to that.
He legitimately was, I'm pretty sure, charged with a hate crime against Asians.
Did he beat the shit out of one?
Yeah. I think he called him like a chink or a gook or something. And I'm like, all right, fucking...
Now, for you, those of you not watching us, he's allowed to say those words.
Well, when you're telling a story, it's like singing a song.
Well,
if they say it in the song, you should be able to sing it.
No.
Just saying. I'm not trying to be offensive, but if you disagree with me, that's fucking gay and retarded.
Let's see how many fucking people we can piss off.
The best part is knowing that, like, I'm probably way nicer to gay people and handicapped people than most people that would give me shit about saying that. I literally work with handicapped kids every week for 2 hours a day, teaching them workplace skills so that they can go get jobs to support themselves later in life. It's very fulfilling to me. It can also, not gonna lie, be very fucking frustrating from time to time.
And funny, probably.
Speaking of, oh my God, it's another sidebar. Dude, I had the most hilariously haunting scenario of my adult life when it comes to public bathrooms. I was at work, and the program that we work with to help further the education of mentally handicapable young people to learn how to work and do certain jobs within their physical capabilities. So I go and I'm like, I have to take a shit. So I go and I commence to taking said shit. Sitting there, I got my AirPod in, which if anybody hasn't figured this out, AirPods and earbuds are the greatest fucking thing in the world. Strictly, I don't give a fuck. It's not the ease. It's not none of that shit. It's not the battery life. It's the fact that you can watch videos on your phone in public toilets while you're taking a shit and people can't hear it, and you don't have to worry about them being like, the fuck is that guy watching? Is he watching a racist fight video while he's taking a shit in mire? Yes, I am. Mind your goddamn business. This is America, bitch. But I'm sitting there and I'm pooping, having a good old time.
Solving the world's problems.
Just sitting there watching. I was probably doing a crossword puzzle, honestly. I've been really into crossword puzzle, or maybe Wordle. I might have been doing Wordle at the time. Just, having a cerebral moment with my phone games, spraying out the back as God intended. Door opens, and it's one of the kids from the program. Fine, whatever. That's fine. I guess he needed to use the stall.
So Travis, hurry your fat ass up.
Didn't do the door test or anything like that? Because I think it's because, as adult humans, we are all intrinsically encoded with going when somebody walks into the bathroom when you're taking a shit, so they don't test the door because you're afraid that they're going to see through the door gap and they're going to see your little wiener.
I don't trust those half-ass latches.
Yeah, you could boot that thing in so easily.
Yeah, you could breathe. You can sneeze on that motherfucker. It's coming open.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there and no door test or anything, but I'm sitting there facing this way. What's to my right? Feet. So close to the wall of the shitter that the toes of the shoes are under the wall, creeping onto my land, if you will. Proceeds to stay there as I wipe my ass and shit like that. So
telling you to hurry the fuck up.
So I'm wiping. Doesn't say a word.
That's not creepy.
Doesn't say a word. So I'm just sitting there while somebody's literally just face to face with a wall, waiting for me to finish shitting. Doesn't move, nothing.
I mean,
I'm like, okay, this is where we're at. This is where I've found myself in life. I have clearly made a wrong turn somewhere. I felt like I was in one of those movies where you're a 115-pound girl and you're under the car and you see the killer's feet and you're like, oh no. Oh no. I was like, don't fart.
Bitch, back the fuck up.
I wanted to fucking just reach over with my foot and be like, boop.
Today we're learning bathroom protocols, motherfucker.
Be like, yo, chill.
Come back.
God damn. Or no, you can stay and wait. Just don't fucking it was like a moment in a movie with a half monster fucking murderer. They're like, I can smell you. The fucking crazy guy from Silence of the Lambs that said he could smell her. See you next Tuesday. Miggs.
You'd be really fucking worried if the feet disappeared and next thing you know, peeking over a cop saying, you about done?
A fucking vampire. Oh, it's better than if you heard what is that fucking noise? Then just a head under the wall. And, You done? Like, whoa. Oh, what? Like, what the fuck?
This is why I don't use public restroom.
Dude.
If I
feel it, I do it.
If I do a number 2, it's got, let's just say your boy's fighting. It's either do it or I'm shitting pants. That's
if I gotta poop, I'm pooping, man. Yeah. As long as it's not like disgusting.
I will hold it for days if I have to.
I pooped today. Had a great poop. It was one of those those ones where like you feel like you have to poop really bad, but it's mostly a fart. And I'm so glad. Like it was before business hours, and I just sat down, just huge fart, and there's nobody in there, so I got to sit there and be like, there's nothing better than a huge echoey fart in a public bathroom that you're capable of laughing at because nobody else is in there.
People out by the bar going, what the fuck was that noise?
Yeah.
Somebody living in the walls?
I had another interaction one morning when I went in to go to the bathroom, and like this young man just, I don't know if he had to go really bad, but like just went full pants down to take a piss. And I walked in and was like, yep. Just immediately I was like, not worth it. I'll poop outside with the rest of them.
I'll be back.
I will escort myself out, sir. This is your kingdom. Like, you have asserted your dominance.
Full pants around the ankles at a urinal wins every time.
It didn't happen to me, but we did have I had another cook that encountered, I believe it was one of the kids, he fessed up to it, did shit in the urinal years ago. They were like, what do we do? I was like, you go in there and you fucking clean it. I'm not doing it. Like, this is a learning experience, learning how to clean a toilet.
People are savages.
This is also the same dude that, like, obviously shall remain unnamed, got his buddy hired on there. Didn't last very long. He was a fucking trash bag. But this fucking moron, after his buddy's first shift, walked in, and I was sitting there talking to the other manager about something at like one of the tables, and the kids were there from the program. And this fucking moron didn't think about the fact that the kids were there, and walks in and just turns straight to us right outside the kitchen doors and goes, how retarded was he? And we were like, shut the fuck up. And he turned around and he was like, oh, like went back inside. I was like, fuck, man.
You fucking idiot.
I was like, you idiot. Like, what are you doing? I was just waiting for like the children of the corn, like, huh?
Don't piss them off.
You know how strong they are?
They outnumber us.
You were turning us into the little kid in the Harambe thing. That's actually the second time that's happened. You don't know the other one?
No.
You know the person that did it the first time.
Okay, then I want to know that.
You know him. You know his wife. I used to work with him at that place. His wife also used to work there. They have one small child.
Wife? A husband and wife?
Yes.
There?
They were not husband and wife at the time. I'm trying to think of how to describe this without getting too detailed. She still works there every once in a while.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He's one of my very good friends.
Okay, I got you.
Same dude. I was working with his ass one day, and we're like, this was, I think it was before they were married, but he was bitching about her, not in a deflammatory way or inflammatory way, just guy talk. And like, he was finishing, he was cooking, finishing an order, and I was like leaning on a table talking to him because I had like just walked in, and he's bitching. And like at the time we do the summer version of the program where they're there like all day. Yeah. They send us, not to sound shitty, but they send us like higher capability kids. We like, I'll have them like doing prep and running orders and shit like that. Like legitimately, like
working.
They'd be getting jobs and shit. Like they come back and they're like, I got a job here. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome. Sweet. Yeah. So anyway, so there's a kid, there's one of these kids there, in the expo window where you take the food out and shit like that, and he's talking to me, not thinking anything of it, just looking at me, and he's putting this food up in the window, and he's like, I swear, dude, sometimes she just looks at me like I'm fucking retarded. And I just like, I just covered my face.
Bad timing, buddy. Bad timing.
And he's like looking at me, he just keeps talking, and like he just keeps talking, doesn't even fucking recognize what just happened because he's not paying attention to who's over there. And like literally mid-sentence he's like blah 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 blah. I had to excuse myself from the room. I was like, you're going to hell.
You're going to hell in a handbasket.
I was like,
you're not passing go, not collecting $200. You're
like,
straight to hell.
It doesn't count if no one's around to hear it.
I don't think that
you're only racist if people hear.
Did it have a hard D though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He phonetically said it properly. He didn't fucking like remix it. Like he none of that. And I was like, God damn it.
Came in hot with the hard D.
I was like, oh God. Son of a bitch. It's the cerebral N-word. Motherfucker.
Funny. I'm sure people are going to be. We'll get some comments on this episode.
I'm just sharing stories from my life.
Don't give a fuck.
Just like the story from my life that you thought was made up about my racist moment with the black guy in the antique mall.
That is true.
Phil thought that story was made up about me being scared of a mannequin that just so happened to be right next to the only black dude in the whole fucking store, who was also the only goddamn person that was in that area at the time, and me going, fuck out. The mannequin. That's literally what happened. Because I turned to the person I was with immediately after that. I was like, he thinks I'm so fucking racist right now. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, fuck. If only he knew he was right. Not really. I love black people, just like Trump with Mexicans. Remember that shit? On Cinco de Mayo, when all he did was eat that fucking taco salad in his office at Trump Towers. He said, we have the best taco salads at Trump Towers. I love Mexicans. And he took a bite of it, and that was the end of the video for fucking his Twitter or whatever. Anyway, so the sisters believed that they thought that this was their mom, which is more fucked up, because obviously, because that's the point of what they're doing. So they're one way or the other, their mind is going to convince them that this is their mom talking to them, because that's what they want so badly. It's its own form of a tulpa, for real. You know what I mean? To the girls, and when in reality, it's just a scrawny little fuck. So he ramps it up a little bit, starts writing more fucking weird messages on the walls, like more bordering on like almost threatening. He's slamming doors and flushing toilets, which all that means is he's running out of the wall real quick because he's got to take a mean shit. He went to fucking Long John Silver's for lunch.
Probably.
And he's like, oh God. You don't see those very often anymore. That just made me think of that. When was the last time you saw a God cod on the back of a car? The little fish?
Yeah.
I saw a Darwin one where they have the legs. I saw one of those the other day.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
You've seen them before. The little fish.
Yeah, I've seen the fish, not the Darwin, though.
Oh, when's the last time you saw one of those? Period.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
God is dead. You heard it here first, folks. I'm the Antichrist. Suck my dick. First American Pope. MAGA.
There goes the fucking
MAGA.
There goes the neighborhood.
What happened when Trump got reelected? American Pope. You're fucking welcome. Stop speaking Italian. It's for pussies. The only Italian that should be spoken is fettuccine Alfredo.
Did you see that? There's that meme. It's, they found a new pope. That showed the sack with the smoke coming out. It's like, oh no, Snoop Dogg's just hit Vatican.
Snoop Dogg would be a great pope. The Pope of Dope.
I think so.
The Dope Pope.
I could get behind it. I might convert to Catholicism.
He has Rizzle. I'm ride or die with Cheezizzle. So yeah, he just really escalated this illusion of a haunting or some type of paranormal activity going on around the house, stemming from the Ouija board attempts at conversating with their recently deceased mom. That's fucked up.
It's not normal.
That's a whole fucking thing. Like that's a whole nother level of like, that's fucked up. Like that's a second story to like, oh shit, he's doing this. But like the mom thing makes it even more fucked up, especially for a 16-year-old kid. You're that fucked up at 16.
Yeah, true.
You going to hell. You go to hell and you die. So one day, Tina's father Frank, who did not live in the home full time.
Wait a minute, he left the girls alone?
A lot of working.
Oh, okay.
He visited. It's a good start. He's a great dad. Dad of the year. Yeah. Father of the year starring Robin Williams. That's a fucking interesting movie. Very sad. Very, literally a movie about him finding his son in a scenario in which Robin Williams was found at the end of his life. Have you seen that movie?
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. So he starts investigating these noises and shit because his daughters are like, Dad, the fuck? 1, where you been? 2, I don't see any milk. 3, double the fuck. Listen to this hot shit. Someone's shitting in the house, flushing the toilet in the middle of the night.
Hey, ghosts have to poop too.
That was I legitimate thought when they said like flushing toilets, because I'm like, if he's living in your walls, I'm pretty sure if he's shitting in the walls, you're gonna notice something eventually. So was he legitimately just like dropping quick deuces and like scurrying back into the walls?
Apparently,
like that fucking homeless lady in that viral video, this CC or the security camera footage. Have you seen that shit? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she was like living above somebody's fucking kitchen in their apartment. She was like fucking, they caught her on video like sneaking down, like silent as fuck, and like eating food and like getting something to drink and like going back up there like a little fucking demon monkey.
Huh.
Yeah, he basically originated that. So he investigates these noises and shit like that. He opens a closet, and within the closet he finds Daniel LaPlante standing inside, painted face, which is painted with like condiments, ketchup and shit. It says hair spiked, holding a hatchet and a wrench. I also heard that he was wearing a wig potentially and his deceased wife's wedding dress.
Nice.
Which I like that's story way better, because if that's true, that kid definitely got fucked
or watched way too much fucking Norman Bates.
One more go, baby, let's do this, Beatrice. And the next thing you know, once again, he got fucked out. Whether he liked it or not, which if the dad would have fucked this kid, I'd be okay with it at this point. You've been shitting in my insulation and fucking with my kids.
You're getting fucked in the anus.
And do you have any idea how much ketchup costs? You son of a bitch.
Even in 1986.
Interesting thought. Mayonnaise too. Is mayonnaise more expensive now since eggs are so expensive?
I do not know. I do not like mayonnaise. I've never bought mayonnaise in my life.
Oh, that's right. You're a homophobe.
Because I don't like mayonnaise?
You know, your words are exactly as I know them are, I don't like white creamy stuff.
That is true.
What about cream cheese?
Don't like it.
Really? Sour cream?
Don't like it.
Whipped cream?
I can tolerate
you
it.
Fat fuck.
If it's on something chocolate, I can tolerate it.
Oh, that's your way of saving. So you're homophobic but not racist. You like chocolate. All right, got it. But wait, so you don't like creamy white shit, but you like sweet creamy white shit?
And I'm not a big whipped cream guy. I mean,
I'll fuck up some whipped cream on stuff. Like I do like a little every once in a while.
I like Frisch's, the hot fudge cakes.
It's overrated. They're good, but I feel like they were better back in the day.
I'll get it without whipped cream, but if I forget,
what about like a mousse?
I'm not a big
a chocolate mousse. What about like key lime pie?
No.
Cheesecake.
The only white creamy thing I enjoy.
You don't like cheesecake?
Nope.
Oh, motherfuck you. You're not American.
Is Alfredo.
So everybody likes Alfredo.
So
if Alfredo, you could literally be like, no, Alfredo is cum, and I'd be like, well, I mean,
gaying it up.
I get Alfredo's cum. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. Well, fuck. Call me Jenna Jameson, because Your boy's about to get fucking bukkakied with Alfredo. Like,
you are a cum dumpster at that point.
I'm okay with it at that point.
Yes, but I do not like white creamy.
Fair enough. I don't like raw onion. I mean, it's a texture thing.
I can eat a green onion.
Green onion, I'm fine. It's like that weird wet crunch.
I don't like the crunch of a onion.
No,
like
the flavor is fine. If it's in like chips and salsa, I'm cool because the chips there, you know what I mean. It disguises itself.
Fucked up I am. McDonald's cheeseburger.
Those little minced onions.
I can eat I don't
see. I can get away with that.
But a quarter pounder with the thick onions on it.
Yeah.
No. Onion rings. I can eat me some onion rings.
Cooked onions. I'm solid. Are solid.
I don't understand it.
There's just something about that of a raw onion. No, thank you. No. But yeah, again, like I'm fine with celery.
But if you put onions on a pizza, I will vomit.
But at the same time, I don't like mushrooms. But if you put mushrooms on a pizza, I'll eat it. They just blend in.
I like mushrooms.
They just taste like fungus. There's a fungus among us.
I'm good with it.
Anyway, at this point, Daniel LaPlante tried to hold the family hostage. This stinky, weird little 16-year-old.
And in my vision, we're going with story B, wedding dress and a wig. This is hilarious.
Yeah, he's Buffalo Bill.
Put the lotion in the basket.
He's, what's a four-legged animal with a D?
With a D?
I'm trying to say Buffalo Bill, but something Daniel.
You've lost me.
Dear Daniel?
Donkey
Daniel. Donkey Dick Daniel. He probably did have a huge cock.
Most the crazy
weird, skinny, scrawny dudes have big dicks. Like,
it happens.
God's like, you're going to suck.
But here's a big dick.
But goddamn. You're going to be weird, but you're going to have a knee slapper. Yeah, you'll literally never experience it, but it'll be there.
Shows God has a sense of humor.
I'm going to give you a huge dick, but you're such an asshole, I'm not going to give you a tiny little hose reel to roll it up. So at this point, Tina escaped by jumping out a second-story window and calling for help. What? Where was the dad? I don't give a fuck if he's got a hatchet and a wrench. Are you shitting me? Did you hear the physical description of this kid and what he was wearing?
Yes.
You're getting soccer hooliganed as soon as I see you. I'm grabbing you by the tits. I'm headbutting the fuck out of you. And you're gonna go, the fuck are you talking about? He didn't open the door to Kurt Angle. Like, what the fuck? There wasn't fucking Rampage Jackson standing there like, fuck you gonna do? Oh, speaking of, Rich Franklin gets his haircut where I get my haircut.
Here?
Up there by the old Biggs.
Yeah, by Me Burrito?
Yeah.
You still oh, really?
Yeah. I was sitting there waiting for my guy, and I was like sitting there. I was like, that guy looks fucking familiar. And I started thinking, I was like, maybe. And then I heard the dude that was cutting his hair talking to the next guy. I was like, that was fucking Rich Franklin, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, sick. Looks great. He could definitely still kick the holy fuck out of anybody anytime. He looks like he's in better shape in his 50s.
Is he that old now?
I think so. I think he is 50. Yeah, he looked great.
I didn't think he was my age.
Yeah, because I was sitting there, I was like, man, he looks familiar. And then it kind of started clicking because when he got up out of the chair, I was like, damn, he's got long ass arms. I bet you that dude would fuck someone up. And sure as shit, he would. I was like, oh, we were all in danger. Everybody in this room, men, women, and children, all could have got choked out and fucked.
What was scarier, wasn't he a teacher?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine after...
I think he was a math teacher.
After he became, I think he was light heavyweight champion. I think
he was middleweight champion.
Was he middleweight?
I think it was middleweight, but it's been a really long time.
I know one thing. Nobody acted up in that class ever again.
Yeah, he was like Kevin James from fucking what was that movie?
Oh,
Bring the Noise.
What was it? He was also played. Oh no, I'm thinking.
Oh, Here Comes the Boom.
Yeah, Here Comes the Boom.
Because that was his walkout song, and it was awkward as fuck. He had that stupid like gladiator helmet the first time, and everybody was like, "Go back home, you tits." Even though Kevin James apparently is a badass too.
He is.
He wrestled with
Wasn't it McFoley?
Yeah.
Yeah, McFoley. And he was a bouncer, I think, with Joe Rogan.
He's like a legitimate badass. He like actually trains MMA like just as like a pastime and to stay in shape and shit. Apparently, like he looks fat, but he's like one of those like rock solid fat guys.
Yeah, not
like what's his name? The one fat guy in wrestling right now that doesn't talk. Looks like a little bowling ball.
Oh, Otis.
That sounds right. That fits. Look that person up and so tell me you don't go, yep.
Literally 3 foot by 3 foot. Or 4. I'll go 4 by 4.
So Tina escapes, gets calls for help, all that. Police initially found nothing. How?
Great police work in 86.
He was living in the walls and wearing condiments on his face. What the fuck are you talking about? You found nothing. What did Officer Doofy from Scary Movie do this investigation? You remember that one? He said, smell my finger. What is that? My ass. Then after they didn't find Dick, they did a second, more thorough search. Good job. The fucking cops from West Memphis could have taken a note or two on this fucking one. What?
These guys made the West Memphis cops looks good?
Yeah. These fucking idiots. These officer doofies.
Go check out that episode.
Those three-part episode.
3 episodes.
So crawl spaces and tunnels were found between the walls. Yeah. You imagine how itchy this dude was?
Oh,
I'm assuming that was fiberglass insulation. Are you fucking kidding me? No wonder he smelled like shit. He was probably sweating his balls off and itchy as fuck. He probably looked like a meth head.
Well, where was his... Did he never go home?
Right? Yeah. I just think they just didn't want him to go home. I think they were like, hey, have you seen Daniel?
No.
Shut the fuck up, Mark. You act like you don't live in heaven right now. The little fucking gone.
Fuck you, jinxed.
He could be dead in the street. High five me on that one, boss. The fuck are you trying to make me wet? We finally got rid of him. Shut the fuck up. We weren't allowed to kill him. They told us so. We tried. Remember we tried to drown him and he got hard. He had created hidden passages and lived inside the walls of this house. They found bedding. I would like to think that that's like hamster bedding in this scenario. It makes more sense. Food wrappers, clothing, and proof of long-term residence. So he'd been there for a while. Clearly his family fucking hated him because nobody knew that he was missing. They were like we just said, they're like, someday if you love it, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be. Lock the door. Change the lock.
I've lived by that motto in my life.
Honey, we don't have the money for it. Fuck that. I don't care if we get murdered in our sleep. Just stick the key in the outside and break that bitch off. I'd rather die in my sleep than have that little freak in my house anymore. He jacks off of my conditioner. I'm tired of it. Aussie is expensive, all right? He had also been he like weeks, it says. Weeks he had been living undetected in this house.
I don't know if you know this. Was this did he start?
He was half ferret.
Did he start living there before or after his blind date?
After.
Okay.
As far as I know. It'd be even weirder if it was before.
Well, here's my thought.
He like slips up and lets her know information. He's like, I love your throw pillows. What? Huh?
Obviously he can't read the room.
How can you read the room when you live in the walls?
Well, I'm saying on the date.
You can read the messages he was writing in the rooms. Yeah, like what the fuck? He's like, she loves me.
She's just playing hard to get.
She just walked away and was like, I don't think I want to see you again. And he's just standing there like...
It's like Dumb and Dumber. There's 99% chance I will never date you.
This is the opposite of the fucking dark-haired girl and the piano kid from Charlie Brown.
Oh. That fucking bitch.
Oh, God. I was talking about that very offensive video as well. Ever tell you about that one?
No.
It's called Beware of the Easter N-Word, Charlie Brown. These hilariously but also hilarious but also horrifically offensive. I don't know if they are comedians in real life, but there's some black dudes that in some way, shape, or form should have something to do with comedy because they voiced over all of A Charlie Brown Easter and made it so horrifically offensive that it's like it will either make you laugh your ass off or it will make you so uncomfortable that you turn it off. Like, no one is safe from this fucking shit.
Nice.
It's off the wall. If you're not sensitive, I encourage you Google it and find the whole thing because it is outlandish. I'll tell you more about it off camera. That's how bad it is. And I've said the R word like 9 times. It's that fucking bad.
I mean, you're
so funny.
If you need the trifecta, if you use the British word for cigarette.
Oh man. No, that's too far.
That's over the line.
Did I ever tell you about the bar in Wisconsin Dells called Niggs? That's true.
What was that?
You can get a fucking shirt from there that says I had a swig at Niggs.
What was that kid's?
It's a dude's name.
That college or high school football player from Indiana. His name was, I'm not even going to say it, K. It was the N word with a K in front of it. And it was a white kid. You didn't hear about this?
No. That's fucking great. We're taking it back.
There's no R, naturally.
It's just an A.
Yeah, but it's K.
We're taking it back.
And it was a
like
white
Clerks.
It was a white kid.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say something like the kid from Alabama, the fucking, what was it, Kool-Aid McKinstry?
I forget did he go to Ball State? I mean, he went.
Of course he did. That's also fucking racist if you think about it.
What?
Kool-Aid McKinstry? He's a black kid that went to Alabama. He's in the league now, I think.
Named Kool-Aid?
Like, Kool-Aid? Really? Goddamn.
Yeah, but it was fucking matters.
Did he have a cousin named Afro Sheen? Like, what the fuck?
The comedians were making fucking so many jokes. Announcers, I ain't saying that.
This is Kool-Aid's twin cousins, Foo and Boo. Like, the fuck?
You have to Google that at some point. I
will.
I can't believe you didn't hear about it.
Oh God, that's hilarious. So that happened in '86. He disappeared.
Just disappeared?
They could not find him.
What is this, fucker Houdini?
I mean, he lived in walls and shit. Like, if you think about it, he's been living in walls for weeks. It's probably pretty easy for him to find a pretty comfortable hiding spot.
Yeah.
A dumpster's like the Taj Mahal.
That's a Trump Tower to him?
Yeah, he's like, there's food and everything. I can poop in that corner. I sleep in that corner. Dirty Mike and the boys come over and fuck me just like my dad did because I deserve that now at this point. I don't want to say that. That's a bit far.
That's a bit much. That's over the line.
This shit is bananas. BANANAS. That just popped into my head. I've been having a problem with songs. Songs getting stuck in my head for no reason that I haven't listened to. Like Sexy Love, the Neo song. My sexy love for the things you do. Literally, I was singing it all morning today, and I haven't heard that song since I was like fucking 17. I don't know.
I
don't
know.
Yeah. Anyway, like he legitimately just fucking disappeared. They couldn't find the fucking kid. He's good at evading. Go figure. This weird little wall dwelling creep fuck was good at just disappearing, and nobody knew who the fuck he was anyway. Like the only reason anybody knew who he was because he was the stinky weird kid. Stinky weird kids can go unnoticed pretty easily in the broad scope of the public.
True.
All he has to do is hang out at like fucking anywhere that they like play like Dungeons and Dragons. Fits right in. Doesn't look any different than anybody else.
Yeah.
So then we're going to talk about December 1st of 1987.
Ooh.
Daniel LaPlante invaded the home of the Gustafson family in Townsend. Yeah. A repeat offender. In the house was Priscilla Gustafson, 33 years old, who was a pregnant nursery school teacher. She was found sexually assaulted with multiple gunshot wounds to the head.
Now, how did this pigpen get a fucking gun?
Probably got fucked for it.
Okay.
The way he got everything else in life. His mental illness, a gun, condiments to paint his face with. Then you have Abigail Gustafson, who is 7. She was found drowned in an upstairs bathtub.
Oh, what a douchebag.
And William Gustafson, who was 5, he was found drowned in a downstairs bathtub.
Well,
so
Daniel
he
didn't like take showers, so he didn't need to fuck a bathroom.
So he raped and shot and killed their mom and then drowned both of them in separate places. So one would think hopefully that like one was asleep or something like that and these kids didn't have to like basically witness or no, there's no silver lining to this. There's no good order to that. Like, well, if he drowned her first, it's better. No, not really. These poor babies still got drowned, even though they do say that like the moment of death during drowning is one of the more peaceful ways to die.
I have heard that.
Something tells me that doesn't work when you're 5 and 7.
No.
Even though I think a 5 or a 7-year-old could have taken this fucko. So
there's just a bunch of candy asses in fucking Massachusetts, apparently.
So
outside of Boston.
Yeah. And that was my other thing. I'm like, where's all the Southie boys?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just come out of nowhere and be really offensive and fucking and like overly masculine?
It's a good question.
Where's this fucking guy at? This fucking, I don't even know. I'm not good at a Boston accent.
That was not bad.
No, it's not good. Until you hear somebody from with a Boston accent and you're like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Chill out, Mickey. Like, go Sox. Fucking Tom Brady. So the video of the guys with the whales, that was the best fucking East Coast accent ever. They found like a baby whale. I think it was dead.
Yeah.
And they're like, holy fuck, Jay. We're seeing some stuff that's never been seen before. And they're like, no, it's a whale. It's a baby whale. It's been seen a lot of times. You just grew up with PBS and shitty fucking local news and probably like, what the fuck is a whale? I want to take it home, but there's no room. So, unfortunately, the husband, Andrew Gustafson, discovered the murders upon returning home. LaPlante obviously fled, and he stole a van, kidnapped a woman, then released her, and was caught hiding in a lumberyard dumpster, Taj Mahal, where he was ultimately found, arrested, and charged with grape, triple homicide, and one would hope home invasion on both accounts.
You would think.
And squatting. The most severe charge of all. I can forgive you for the murder and the sexual assault, but squatting I can't. That will not stand in my courtroom, son. Stand up when you're talking to me. Never mind, sit down. Get him some pants.
He guaranteed he takes a piss in the urinal with his pants around his ankles. Guaranteed.
Because he has to, because he's got a huge cock. We already covered this. They don't make a zipper that big.
He probably has to stand on
He wears those Hot Topic pants that just have zippers all over him. He just pulls it out from wherever he wants.
We do not know for sure he had a huge cock.
Yeah, we do.
We are playing the odds.
Yeah, we do. Look at Screech.
Apparently he had a big one.
He did. You can look it up.
Oh, I've never seen the
Dustin Diamond. I've never seen it either, but you can look it up. Tommy Lee.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Who else has a hog? What other celebrities probably have? Okay, we're going to finish this and we're going to talk about what celebrities probably have a huge dick.
All right.
So he was convicted on 3 counts of first-degree murder. Good, fuck him. Sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. Good, fuck him.
Well, you know, good news is in a cell, he'll fit right in. Yeah, that is really the Taj Mahal to him.
Yeah, there's walls, you get food, you get possibly another dude to butt fuck you.
Hey, he's living his best life.
Yeah, he might have turned out like, I don't think, have we ever done that? Fuck, what was that guy's name? The serial killer that got sentenced to prison and just like was living it up because he was like secretly a gay cross-dresser anyway. Or I don't think it was that secret. So like he like had fucking hormones like smuggled into the prison, so he like grew tits and he was like wearing lingerie and like sucking off all the black dudes on the cell block and shit.
Tracy Morgan. Longest yard reference.
It's a popcorn breath. So there was an appeal filed in 2017.
Oh,
Petition for sentence review due to his age of 17 years at the time of the crime. Fuck you. No. Give him another life sentence just for wasting your time. Fuck off. That's a waste of paper. I doubt he was doing this paperless. Like a good Samaritan, a good human being. So they cited the U.S. Supreme Court rulings limiting this life sentences for juveniles. The request was denied. Good. Fuck you. And court noted his lack of remorse, premeditation, and the brutality of the crimes. Yeah, that was the other thing. As you can probably assume, he wasn't very, like, sorry about this. At least not at his core.
What an ass.
I'm sure every criminal is sorry when you ask them about it in court. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then this one kind of threw me off. This is the last real thing. Is he was locked up at ADX Florence, which I believe is like the Supermax in Colorado, where they have like the Unabomber and like the fucking like leaders of the Aryan Brotherhood and all that crazy shit.
Huh. I don't know this.
He's a wall dweller. Like, he's a sneaky little bastard. I already said he's half ferret. He can get out of anywhere. If he can fit his head through it, he can fit his body through it like a rodent.
Has he not escaped yet?
No, he did. I mean, he got moved to MCI Norfolk in Massachusetts. Why? Why would you send him closer to home? Well, nobody wants to visit. You think his mom's coming by like, fucked up, huh? But, yeah, there was a Lifetime movie called Boy in the Walls that they made.
A Lifetime movie?
Original.
Really?
Yeah.
Lifetime did this?
It's loosely based.
Did it happen at Christmas time, though?
The Lifetime movie?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be Hallmark?
Oh, that is Hallmark. You're right.
So, yeah, fuck him. No appeals, none of that shit. Fuck that dude. Give him another life sentence just for filing an appeal. Fuck him.
Just for being an annoying fuck.
Like, oh, you were 17? Fuck you. You drowned a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. Nobody gives it. When the two kids that you murdered's age add up to less than your age at the time, still doesn't matter. Fuck you. You're going to prison forever. And you fucking graped their mom and killed her. That's just random shit.
Oh.
Talking about like the stuff that happened or like movie TV that came from it, because I was like, I might watch those. But yeah, fuck them. Creepy, weird. Don't know how I feel about it. Makes you feel a little weird in the belly.
It does, actually.
Yeah. So celebrities that probably have huge dicks.
I'm going to take Tom Cruise off the list.
Yeah, I can see John Travolta having a swinger. He's got big dick energy.
Yeah.
Which probably means it's small.
I don't know. I hear Batista
Really, he's Filipino.
has a hog.
Trying to go a little off the wall. Who was the one? Who was the chick that played Michael the Archangel in Constantine?
Oh, was it not Claire Danes? It was
Is it?
no, wasn't it? Fuck. I can't think of her name.
She's probably got a big clit,
Probably.
like the size where you're like, no, it's just a dick. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, the only black cardinal, huge dick.
Guaranteed.
Oh man, he's got a crucifix on him. Oh man, Constantine movie cast. Let's see. No, Rachel Weisz was the fucking one lady.
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, she definitely got a big dick. She got a big old fatty. C.W. Pyun. He was in.
Why don't you Google celebrities with big dicks and see what we
I'll
get?
do it. I'll go to the good search engine that I use to look up stuff for this show. God damn it.
We get our shit from the dark web? Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's not the dark web. It just doesn't it doesn't filter as much as Google.
Am I going to have the FBI raiding knocking at my front door?
Nah, I don't use our Wi-Fi, and plus, I'm pretty sure this spoofs your IP. Celebrities with big dicks.
We are scraping the bottom of the barrel here for entertainment.
Trying to think, for real. Oh, the guy that what's his name? The guy that played El Cid in True Blood.
Yeah, Magic.
He's like
Minds.
Big Dick Rick, and that wasn't makeup. that was just reality.
I can't think of his name.
Boom! Hollywood's most well-endowed celebrities. Oh no, I like this title of this one better. 18 stars with especially big penises.
Sounds much better.
Orlando Bloom. That reads.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. He's got like a lots of cock. Oh, you're not a Lord of the Rings guy. Justin Bieber.
Huh.
Really?
Well, we know Pete Davidson.
Oh, maybe Justin Bieber is because, follow me, Diddy just like so far in the other side that it was like a balloon.
Okay, maybe.
It inflated and then it just, the elasticity was lost.
It's possible.
John Mayer, yeah, 100%. That guy fucks.
Yeah, I can see it.
Chris Brown. I've seen Chris Brown's dick on accident. It was a leak. It like popped up on like fucking like Twitter or something years ago. I was like, God damn it. Like, who else? Is that Prince Harry? Oh, that's an ad. John Hamm.
Oh, I
could see that.
I have heard that, yeah.
He's a lanky fucker. Ray J. Oh, why? Because of the fucking Kim Kardashian shit porn. That was the worst porn ever. Harry Styles. Isn't Harry Styles gay? Is it good to have a big dick if you're gay?
I don't think I think he's, what, pan or what? I don't know. I'm not up to date on all these folks.
David Beckham. That reads.
Yeah.
Soccer player that fucks Spice Girls.
I mean, he's just...
Michael Fassbender, everybody knows that because it was The Machinist.
Yeah.
But he was also very skinny. I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah.
That's a rigged election.
Yeah.
That's the 2000 election. Like that, they can't be trusted. Shamar Moore. Oh, the light-skinned black dude that doesn't age.
From Criminal Minds. And
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Huh.
Ralph Fiennes. I could see that.
Ralph Fiennes.
Red Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Liam Neeson. What good's it do? You can't protect your children.
Yeah, no shit. She's been elected 5 times.
You should have used that huge cock to knock out those fucking Chechnyans. Jay-Z, I mean, come on. That's the pot calling the kettle black. Tommy Lee, everybody knows. Willem Dafoe.
Really?
Wait. Antichrist director Lars von Trier said of the star, everybody got very confused when they saw excuse me, his penis because it was so sizable. Confused? I don't know. I don't know if I would look confused.
Not necessarily actor, but Ric Flair apparently has got a hog.
Eddie Murphy in the game again, playing for the home team here.
It'd be more shocking if he didn't.
That's like saying that the fucking, if you take the average median cock size, the Lakers win over the Iowa State football team.
Yes.
That's a given. This just makes me think of the episode of when they made fun of Pokemon on South Park. They're like, we have to get rid of Chim Pokemon. It's ruining our children. And then like the Japanese guys are finessing them. They're like, oh, we love America so much. American have McDonald's so good. He's like, oh, your American penis so big. Japanese penis so small.
Well, we've had that.
Willem Dafoe might be the biggest, but at the same time, it's not. Because he's so creepy. Have you seen him smile? Like when he does his creepy smile, anybody with that smile has something under.
He's a
hiding
version of the Joker.
Yeah. Or like a weird anime character.
I
think he did I think he was whatever the fucking thing's name is in Death Note when they did the live action Death Note. It's an anime thing. I've never seen the anime, but I watched the movie. It wasn't very good. So you heard it here first. Celebrities with big dicks. This kid, probably big dick. Never, I guarantee you, has never gotten a chance to use it in his fucking life.
Never.
Something tells me he is not a pod boss in prison. They get in the fucking wall. You think they just plaster him into the wall with his ass sticking out? Like a breathing tube? Like, this way you live now, boy.
This is a real life glory hole.
Stinks nice and good.
All right. I think we should
You got a
end
fuzzy little man peach.
I think we should end on a high note.
Celebrities with big dicks?
Yes.
Celebrities with big dicks.
Even though the Beckham thing.
The fuck?
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? I'm learning new ways to use this computer on accident.
The Beckham thing does kind of aggravate me. I mean, you gotta be that athletic, that good looking. You gotta have it all.
Right, are you gonna tell me Lewis Hamilton's hung like a fucking horse too now?
Yeah.
You know who Lewis Hamilton is?
Yeah, the
F1 driver.
yeah.
He's worth so much money. I'm pretty sure he's like on the same level as LeBron, where he's like gonna be a billionaire by the time he's done.
I mean,
fuck off.
I mean, William Dafoe tracks. Not an attractive man.
Yeah, no shit. Look at that face. You can't look like that and not have a huge dick.
Why is there a picture of us?
That's the mini player.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know we didn't make the fucking list.
No, I'm an adult. I have YouTube Premium.
Oh,
mostly just because of YouTube Music.
I do not. I'm poor.
It's just because I'm impatient with my music.
All right.
And I use it a lot, so
Well,
I can justify it.
I'm glad that everybody joined us for this glorious podcast episode.
It was something.
About wall dwellers and big penises. I mean, feel free to leave your...
If the shoe fits around your cock, wear it.
If Travis offended you by using the R word 1,000 times today, we don't care. Grow a sack and get over it.
It's all in the sake of fun.
We will see you next week.
If somebody's out there like, that's not fucking fun.
It's not. We will see you next week for another fun-filled adventure of the GITM podcast. Thank you and good night.